Okie dokie. That is in fact a duck pic. Although that looks like a good chunk of swans there too. Also the dad joke being, don't buy flowers at a monastery, because only you can prevent florist friars. Wow, they really... I say that every time, but every time they are really stretching for their jokes. Tells me a little bit of where this is from, because they're playing off the phrase, if only you can prevent forest fires. But how many people are gonna know that phrase? Does not feel like a global joke to me. Okay, so on my phone here, so if I switch this to screen space camera, that's awful. So where did all the buttons go? The issue being okay, so if I go back to what I had, yeah, it's that. So when it's a big screen, it's super tiny buttons. And really what I need is the, like... Oh, I guess it's just based on the edge of the thing here. But then if I switch it to screen space camera... should be in. Why didn't it show up then? Because it's sure looking like it is in the thing. Also, hello. I had a good day at work because we did a White Elephant Gifts exchange and also had free pizza for lunch. That's the really more important part there, was a free pizza for lunch. Of which I had too much. So dinner was literally just some pineapple. And a candy. I had to have yet more dessert. Wondering why you're not doing the thing. In which you put the buttons on screen. Because when I look at the camera view, it sure looks like the screen is in the camera. But here it does not look like the screen is in the camera. There are in fact no buttons I can press. The problem with the screen space overlay though was that the buttons are... So is that a thing I can do? Well, I guess not the buttons, but all of the elements were attached to... That's the tutorial button. Yeah, okay, score background is attached to where it's supposed to be, but it's just that when I resize this... Also, I regret everything? Why does the text look so blurry? Jeez. Yeah, but it was just when I pulled it up on my phone, it was like that. And it's like, well, it's not really what I'm looking for. Because I want these nice big buttons here, and I just want them to be positioned differently. I just want them to be giant on all screen sizes. It's not world space. These are not buttons. I don't want this to be floating around in the game. I do want it to be... Aha. There we go. That's more what I want. Okay, now they're a bit big. But then basically if I have the screen like this, or if I have the screen like this, do more like that. Okay, but that's really what I wanted. Because I don't need these super tiny buttons. I want them to just be positioned differently, not sized differently. Okay, so now we shrink y'all just a bit. And I did not change the scale of the buttons. I did change the scale of these. I thought I might have. Seems a bit small now. I do want them to be quite large. I feel like that does fit the vibes. That does fit the kind of stuff I make and the kind of stuff I do. Very large, very round, very single color. Very abstract. But you're not in factory sized. But you're 100? Why do you look like you're... Well, A, awful in terms of the... Can I not pull that down? Is it because I resized all of the Unity screen stuff to make it bigger so that you can actually sort of see it on stream? Oh, but then if I change the width, which is why I did have this up scale-wise, so that it would scale the text too. Because I do want the size of the button entirely to be bigger. How did you get entirely... Because I'm pretty sure you're not using the prefab. Why are you not using a prefab? Oh, also it is ad break, which I might actually grab the restroom. Okay. So tutorial button, you should probably be the prefab, but why did you not end up as the prefab? Are you gonna do it while I'm here? I thought this was more of a do it while I'm away, so I cannot do anything about it. You're supposed to be here. So you are probably supposed to be dumped into the... Oh. You don't get dumped into the middle of the screen if... The middle? This... Oh, I was gonna say you should probably default to the middle. You goof. Also, this I don't think carries over, but in case it does. Okay, there we go. So now... This menu button prefab here. Here's what I want to be using for the tutorial button. So we put the word tutorial on here. Ooh, I need to pull up that other project. Kind of. I don't necessarily need to pull up the other project, but because I just need to pull up the assets, but I can figure out what the assets are. Maybe easily, maybe easier if I pull it up? I don't actually know. Okay, so you like 120? 140? That's the text. No. That's the width of the button. And the whole button. So help me God. What? It's sure looking like the text. Excuse me. Excuse me. You're supposed to be. Okay, so I have to manually go in here and change the height of each of these. Yes. And then the reason I did... Oh, I guess I could just look at this. Look at me when I'm talking to you. You are 120, 120. So that is the same thing I had going. Oh, dadgummit, you guys got it on too. I try to keep it in the margins. I do a nice little square, and then I try to keep it in the margins, and then you guys have to jam it into the stream. I mean, if you want to call it that, sure. Oh, there we go. Haha. You're thwarted by where it decided to go. Now it's back off the screen. Okay, you're supposed to be the tutorial button. I mean, it's been warm. The past few days have been cold. I was like, man, I was warm in the office. I'm warm here. Although I guess my parents said they were getting warm weather recently, which tends to mean I get warm weather here a couple days later. Also, thank you for the deep breaths. I did have a couple more rewards I wanted to add, and maybe I will do that right now while I'm thinking about it. 53 here today. You're getting old fast. Almost all the snow melted. Okay, yeah, we've got a good amount of snow lying around, and I don't know if as warm as it's been, I don't think it actually has been melting it much. Well, and it's just been today. I'm assuming over the next couple days it'll get warmer. Viewer rewards, channel points. There we go. Yeah, then we'll do another 500. These will all just be 500s. What was the color I was using? I've been getting into the Bible, and I was like, you know, we're gonna put some silly stuff here. See if anybody notices. Although now I've shown it. Now it's known that it is here. So yeah, I could make extend to be a channel point redeem. That is what I was mentioning yesterday. Why did you do this? I did that last time where I said, okay, I want to get this color, and you're like not updating this thing here. Or one of these things is not updating. So is this the color or is this not? And then when I go to here... Okay, so that wasn't the color. What? That's not the color, and why are you not reflecting any of this? Yeah, okay, FF I think is correct. This seems a bit confused. I just wanted to copy over. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then Here we had no snow in the first place, just rain. You can have some of the snow. I wasn't really listening yesterday. No, and that's fine. Everybody's allowed to lurk as much as they want. I'm not. I'm not here to get as much interaction as possible. I'm here to just have somebody over my shoulder so that I actually do a thing. I had one more idea. I'll offer atonement, I think. So if you guys really, not pull. If my wrath is stoked, then you can offer atonement. I guess. Okay, and then is it gonna let me paste in that color again? Yeah, this was the kind of random color it picked, and I was like, you know what, that's good enough. And then I don't have another image for it. But okay, there. Nobody's gonna notice that. Nobody's gonna care. But if somebody goes scrolling through there, they can be confused. So I am gonna have a longer stream on Friday because I worked a couple extra hours the start of the week. And then also I'm not commuting because they're cutting the office to put in new desks. So I will have a lot of extra time. That's 2 hours it's 2 hours saved with no commute, and then also 2 hours on top of that for the time from earlier in the week. So, hopefully that's an extra 4 hours of streaming, which is really good because I would like to... Okay, the problem was this was also attached to... Oh, this is the show tutorial button. Yeah, there. Okay, and now... Oh, so no, that was entirely correct. I'm just... Okay. I'm just looking at the wrong thing. It was fine. I'm just silly. And goofy. Okay. Yay, I'm wasting time repeating work that I've already done. That's how you do it. I'm identifying inefficiencies. Am I making the system more efficient? No, I am not. But I am identifying the inefficiencies. So probably scrape off another 50. Yes, okay. And then clear bumper. We scrape off a 50. Yeah, I am glad to be having a bit more extra time to put in this before the event. Yeah, I think... Well, and that's the thing, too, is, like, I think this is just kind of an outdoor event of, hey, come see the things people have made, and that's the thing, too, is, like, this seems like it's kind of just local people doing things, so I really don't know who's going to show up, or if they're going to understand what I'm trying to do with this game or not, but it'll very much give me a good sense of, like, okay, just random people, do they understand what this is and how to play and what to do, or even care about what this is, how to play and what to do. Let's see. Okay, I did not have nice even numbers on this. I just want it a little smaller because it doesn't look like it's fully lining up with the size of that. And then on a phone screen, it should look like that. So that doesn't entirely work. And then on a big screen, it should look like that. This really doesn't need to pop up unless it's... Yeah, it's because I really want to just put a settings gizmo or like a little icon that is like an info but in lieu of that, I'm kind of doing this. It's just huge. It does not need to be huge. But if I do that, that's too small. Oh, or maybe if I did size and a half on the other ones. Size and a half will make this look, yeah, like it's kind of fitting with the other stuff. And we just kind of drag it over to like here. Yeah, the only issue being this. Yeah. I kind of do want it up in the corner though. But I also want this here. I could make this a little smaller. That's really... I am making everything just a little smaller, so... 800? No, 850. That's really up in the corner, but that's fine. Okay, then... score background... and you, and you... How do I want to resize these? I don't think I want to mess with the font size. I think I want to mess with... No, I do need to mess with the font size, right? Is the only way to shrink these? Because if I do like that... Yeah, it's just going to shrink the space for it. Font size is what I'm looking for. Do I want to cut it in half? No, I want to cut it in... 75% of 27. But so that means I can also no, you can be center justified, yeah. And then I can shrink this. No, not by 25. No, because if I cut it in half, that's too small. Also, is it doing both of them? And then I do just want to drag one of them up closer to the other. $15. Looks good enough. 50 is going to be cutting into the other one though, right? You, like, 400? And then, like, 75. And then we just scooch the whole thing up just a little bit. Wait, 50 was too much, though. Oh, okay, so 70. No, other way around. 30. 5. 30. 40. I kind of like it directly on top. Okay, that looks like it's directly on top. Okay, so now, when I do cramped phone screen, it's still goofed. Yeah, because that's a cramped phone screen, or rather... Okay, I'm going to be playing it like this anyway, but now it should be a little better for any screen size. Not good, but a little better. Okay, so that is some screen size stuff done. Okay, then the... We'll just ignore that for now. The... Yeah, that's the thing. It was a whole dialogue manager to say, okay, go through this set of things, and a dialogue parser with tutorial text. Which I think it does let me open in Visual Studio. Oh, because I attached this to different character faces. There is no character face here so that it just has this in the parsing of the text. Although I guess that's a possibility if I do that in the future and I have a character face, but I'm not using my same pixel characters. Oh, this is... Okay, this is showing the tile map now. Weird. Is it still not showing the characters? But it's showing them... Yes. Yeah, it's not showing them on the board, but it's showing them within a card. That's the weird thing. Huh. Okay. At least I have most of this project still. Not that I'm working on this. Because I'm working on this. Oh, and I never did figure out the shadows, did I? Unfortunately. Yeah, it's just, they're aggressively, awkwardly jank. And then I tweak a setting and it just, meh. Okay, so if I do a, like a massively huge object or something, or rather, what are the sizes of the, I just drag in, not a prefab, but a model of something. The model's huge, or are they small? You're just floating off in wherever land. There we go. So you are about the size of everything. So these are not changed. It's because the object looks like it has this nice smooth shading here, but it's the object receiving the shadows is giving me that. It's like, what? It's giving me something jank as heck. Yeah, and from here you can't really tell, but that's because you can't see anything. But by the time you zoom in to where it's actually like playable, there's jagged edges on these shadows. Yeah, and I don't know if it was object size. What was the window? Or the wall? Or something about sweaty balls? Rendering? Lighting? Generate lighting. Environment. Real-time shadow color. It was in the render pipeline, not in the lighting. And the render pipeline was in assets? Was in settings? Was in PC renderer, which I guess I will need to change it for the mobile renderer. Although, if I look at my mobile device, which now has the game on it. Oh, wait. That was a bug I needed to fix. That I did or did not have here. I thought I fixed it, though, was the thing. No. I didn't even write it down? I should have wrote it down, at least. Okay, but the problem is the... game over when no buttons to score. Because it does seem a little silly when you have no ability to reach the score goal. And it just says, well, you still got a couple more balls you can throw at the buttons that don't exist. I didn't fix this at all. Because I just made it so that you can't add buttons right now. So the game over when there's no buttons to score is the big one. Okay, one quick look at the shadows here, which I increased the fidelity. Okay, wait. had to. I had to remember what I was doing in the middle of doing something else. Okay, no, shadows look just as jank on the phone. I don't mind the jank. They're just aggressively jank is the problem. Okay, wait, at PC render, I just saw shadows, right? Shadows, transparent, receive. There was another setting to mess with though, right? Dagnabbit. What did they call it? Demo. When you dem in the cold game of hot out eat the game. This feels like a elaborate setup for a joke that I am butchering entirely. So, for that I do not apologize. Make a better joke. I don't know why I'm being rude instead of okay, or maybe I should just parse it. Why did they call it demo? When you dem in the cold game of hot out eat the game. I don't understand. But thank you for the fish. Procorley was looking for fish yesterday and did not find it, so. It's a reference to something you don't know, I guess. Okay. I do not know all of the memes. I'm not a meme lord, that's for sure. I don't know if I would want to be a lord. I don't know if I would want to rule or conquer everyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Whatever the rest of that speech is. If we're gonna be making references to things that may or may not be known. Okay, give me the thing to like Unity Shadow bad. Okay, what if I put that in here? Unity Shadow bad. Does it? It does give me that video that I was messing with. Yeah, okay, but this was the one for fixing the clipping of the shadows inside of here.
You might be casually strolling around your game until you notice your shadow and go, what the is this?
Okay, but you're at least going to tell me what the setting is.
And select project settings. In here, click graphics and select what is in your scriptable render pipeline settings to see where it is located in your project assets, or double-click it to open it directly in your inspector. Scroll down to the shadow section and change the normal bias to 0, and that's it.
Okay, but that was the... wrong project. Oh, was it the universal render pipeline? Graphics and then shadows? Shadow midtone highlights? That is in too deep here. Or maybe this. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought it was. There we. This is the shadow thing that I was messing with, and that I thought. Okay. But run that by me again. Okay, so but that's the. You get the clip through on the thing. That is not the issue that I'm having. The issue that I'm having is that it looks pixelated and jank AF. Which, again, might be just like the size of the assets or something.
Look at how to improve shadow quality in Unity 6. In Unity 2022, when we created a URC project, the shadow quality would be quite high by default. If we do the same in Unity 6, we can see that the shadow quality is much lower. We're going to compare the default settings between the two versions of Unity and see what needs changing to improve the shadows in Unity 6.
I thought I messed with this because I watched this video.
see that there are various render pipeline assets for different quality settings. By default, it uses the high fidelity settings. We'll select this and scroll down to the lighting and shadows section in the inspector.
Okay, assets settings. Because I thought I was just messing with the... Unless it is... no, asset settings. Build profiles? No, I just want to mess with the shadows. I don't want to mess with how it builds the build.
Now we'll compare this to Unity 6. In Unity 6, there are now only two different quality
Yeah,
settings,
okay, that's
PC
just
and
the
mobile.
previous Unity.
It will default to the PC one. The quality settings in here are much lower than the high quality settings in Unity 2022. Let's start changing some of these settings to match. First of all, we'll change the shadow resolution of the main light to 4096. This increases the...
Which I thought I did. So yeah, well, we're going to just go... Because this feels like it should just be a... Oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay, I keep clicking PC render instead of PC RP asset. I need the role-playing version, not the render version. And then I did set it to... yeah, I set all of them to 4000.
The texture resolution of the shadows and makes them sharper. We'll do this for the resolution settings of additional lights as well. Next, we'll update the shadow distance to 150. This will increase the distance that shadows are rendered. Increasing the distance initially reduces the quality of nearby shadows. We'll look at the cascade settings to improve this. Cascades improve shadow quality over distance by using multiple shadow maps. The split distances determine the distance that shadow cascades transition from one to another. We'll set the distances to match the Unity 2022 settings.
Okay, now yeah, okay, I changed the max distance, but I didn't... The cascade count should be... I almost muted it. I don't know that I messed with these, but that's because it seemed like I wanted them to be higher rather than lower anyway, right? And they are higher. Okay, 10.05, 30, 70.05. Seems kind of arbitrary. But we'll try it. There was something at the end of the video that was how to actually fix this, but... Or not fix it, but hopefully improve it. Because this does not seem to be improving it. 7.995. You could just do 8. But no, we're gonna stick with the whole thing. 7.995.
The shadows are looking better, but still aren't great.
Are they? And are the shadows looking better, but still not great? Because I want to see if this is actually affecting the thing. I kind of wanted to keep you here to mess with, and I kind of wanted to keep you here to mess with. But the shadows are not looking better. They're still the same jaggedy shadows. You can handle a little, like, that's the thing. This is doing soft shadows here. Like, that does not look as pixelated. It's this receiving shadow.
If we look at the soft shadow settings, we can see nothing seems to happen when we change the quality. This is because it's being overridden by the light settings. If we select the directional light in the hierarchy, we can see that there's an option for soft shadows quality. It's currently set to low. We can change this to a specific value, or we can set it to match the settings from the render pipeline asset. Now the shadow...
Yeah, which is the thing that I did, because I did this tutorial already. And nothing seems to be making a difference. Yes, soft shadows, which I said use settings from the render pipeline. So that when I change stuff, it does matter. Yeah, okay.
Shadows are looking better.
You keep saying that they keep looking better,
It's
and
worth
I
noting
keep
there's a
not
performance
having
overhead
that.
to this. Better shadows may result in lower frame rates, so you'll need to find the right balance for your game. For example, we could increase the resolution to 8192 to get even sharper shadows, but this would come at a cost. One other important setting that you may want to change is the anti-aliasing. This isn't related to shadows, but does make the graphics look much smoother. We'll change this to 4 times to remove the jagged edges in our game. Okay, that covers everything for this video.
Okay, anti-alias quality, anti-aliasing, and make that real fancy. See if that. Who was that? That was in the. Yeah, okay, back to the rendering thing. Not the light, the PC. Okay, let's stop running the game just to make sure it's not. Anti-aliasing. There we go. Now, let's actually run it again. Did I just miss the last step? No. It's only because these are nice round buttons and rounded boxes even. I rounded everything. That was the whole point. I wanted it as round as possible, and you were giving me as boxy shadows as possible. Okay. Is it actually... Okay, you're just gonna go away. Is it actually anti-aliasing anything?
Let us know in the comments if you found it useful. A big thank you to all our patrons. We really appreciate you helping to support the channel. If you'd like to help and also get access to the source code, you can find
And then they
details in the
disappeared.
description. Thanks, guys.
Oh, I kind of do want to listen to him shit on Metroid Prime 4, because I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. Oh, actually, I think I will use the ads. Button. I totally forgot about the Indie Game Awards. I don't know if I actually want to sit and watch yet another awards show, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, 6:30 p.m. 20 minutes late, half an hour late.
Spray Paint Simulator by North Star Video Games. This title features robust options for motor control accessibility, cognitive accessibility, motion sickness reduction,
yeah,
and visual accessibility.
Definitely want to go to YouTube to catch up. Okay, this is just trailers for stuff that's upcoming, or just yet more hype for. Keep Driving was cool. I watched somebody play a good chunk of that, or I watched somebody play some of it, and I did. Dad, Pipistrello looks so cool, and I didn't play it. Okay, just real quick. Don't remind me of all the cool things that exist that I haven't played. I've heard Ann Roger is good. I don't know, people were really hyped about it, or at least somebody was hyped about it. Okay, wait, let's do that.
The IGAs are a representation of indie professionals coming together to deliver the definitive celebration of the indie scene.
Okay, no, that's gonna take a little while to catch up.
But tonight wouldn't be possible without our fellow indie game showcases, members of the game's media and institutions, content creators, and more. As cliche as it may sound, it really does take a village.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I already hit like. I don't know why these buttons pop up, because they don't reflect what you've actually done. It's annoying.
Without you, I wouldn't have been able to afford this suit jacket. We listened to the feedback from last year. You do look good, buddy. Thank you. You should help me. It bears repeating that the IGAs are strictly an awards-only ceremony. I'd love to tell you all about Hotline Miami 3, but that's not what tonight is about. It's about recognizing the achievements of independent developers and their games over the past year. Here's a quick rundown of how it's all going to go down. All of our nominees have either launched in 1.0 or early access between November 1st, 2024 and October 31st, 2025. To ensure a diverse selection of indie games across all categories, each game can be nominated for
Here I am, ready to go troll through this for trailers, and it's like, well, wait a second. I don't know what this is actually gonna be.
For a detailed rundown of eligibility and how our nominees were selected, head to the link at the bottom of the screen.
Remember, tonight is a celebration. If your favorite game was empty-handed or wasn't nominated at all, that's okay. There are a lot of indie games out there, way more than we could possibly feature on this show. As we head into the holidays, please keep being a supportive backbone for your favorite indies and the people who created them.
Need a place to start? Head over to the official IGA Steam event. That's your hub for all tonight's nominees and more. Give the game to a friend for the holidays, treat yourself during the break, or just hit that wishlist button on anything that piques your interest.
IGA Steam, not Winter Break.
The latest and greatest in Witch Tech. Please welcome Anna Hollenrake from Electric Saint.
Hello, my name's Anna Hollenrake, and I'm the creative director at Electric Saint. Our first award shines a spotlight on a whole new wave of incredible voices that have recently joined the indie
Okay,
scene.
yeah, so this is just gonna be people.
Takes a lot of creativity, guts, and commitment. And in
Okay, this is just gonna be people talking about games and receiving awards, right? Which I don't mind, but I had my own indie game to finish. That is what I was gonna do here. Okay, but bumping up the shadow settings also didn't seem to matter. For bumping up the anti-aliasing didn't seem to matter. Unless I did this when I hit play. Somehow I watched a little bit of an update for Peak. And I've got the, wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait. It's just that. But I think that is most of the song anyway. Okay, so now the shadows are absolutely insane according to the numbers, and they look the same, which is jank as heck. Excuse me. Excuse me. How do you... That's just noticeable. It's like, and that has a nice clean edge, and then the shadow has this really jagged edge on it. I'm not that much of a stickler, I would think. But this is just not... Render scale? I'm not noticing a difference, and then if I reload it... Okay, let's even do this thing where they said change the direction of light instead of using settings from the render pipeline. Just straight up high, please. Shadow type, hard shadows. Give me hard shadows, I guess. I don't know. That didn't make a single difference. I want to change it in some way to know that I can change it in some way. Can I bake some fancy shadows? Not really. Custom shadow layers, strength. Maybe we do no shadows? Are you gonna actually do anything? You are. Okay, so that is going to give it shadows or not. I don't mind the hard shadows. Or rather, I don't mind having stronger shadows. Okay, so this does do something, and it does do something in real time. But that something is not making the shadows look better. When you're playing. Doesn't matter. Just don't do that. Intensity, like, I don't know, 500. Maybe a bit much. Okay, so that's what that does. So no, their kind of default settings is fine. About like 5. No, that didn't really matter. And that's just lighting anyway. It's just shadow settings. I just want slightly smoother shadows. And all the numbers I mess with do not seem to be giving me smoother shadows. That's what they think is bad shadows? Because... shadows messed up in URP only. Tried an empty pipeline build-in without changing much settings. The result is miles better compared to URP. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that looks... Okay. Use an older version of the engine. That just feels like it should be. URP is not ready for mobile games yet. Was that the answer? It's just... You don't? Default setting, change normal bias and shadow settings and render pipeline asset to 0. Do you have soft shadows enabled? I believe I do have soft shadows enabled. Cast shadows. Which one was that? You are under shadows. Yeah, the split and the cascade count, which is here. Soft shadows are enabled and on high. Yeah, that's not 2020 low quality. That would have been considered ugly in 2005, yeah. This is gonna be the video I already watched.
Before when creating a new Unity project, you've got to choose between 2D and 3D. However,
No, okay, this is a Bracky's video from 5 years ago. That's a little out of date for me. Is this recent? That's the Bracky's one. Again, these are old. This is high quality. That does not seem to be... Okay, cascades though. I have 4 cascades because it defaulted to having 4 cascades. Cascade count being 4. And I upped these to fancy. Is this a... No, because that's what I started with. This is not a restart Unity kind of thing. Why are you like this? So I adjusted the cascade value and got sharper shadows. These are all 2023. Okay, so the cascades is something I should be messing with. So that doesn't seem to be anything. 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 So now if we put you all to here, nothing. If we put you all to here, nothing. If we... Yes, I understand that that is the last one. I want the, mistakes were made. There we go, this one. Mistakes were made. The other one. There's another one. This one. Okay, let's do like 10. 4 is the most you can do. The video that they did, they just changed these settings. And it was like, yeah, it sure looks better. Like, in real time, it sure looked like. And then if I restart this, okay, so that is higher settings even. So now we got higher settings going. So it doesn't do it in real time. That's what you're telling me. So then how do I know what good settings are for this? Meaning back to that video and back to those settings. You don't have like a default that I can go back to, do you? So it's not real time. The real time shadows do not update in real time. Thanks for that. Okay. So maybe... is it this one? Okay, I believe it was this one, and then it was, hey, let's...
Now the shadows are looking better.
Okay, 10, 30, 78. Because I'm not going to be that specific. 10, 30, 78. Okay, then we reset this. And the shadows are just gone. Did I mess with that here? Soft shadows, use the settings from the render pipeline. Okay. View. Cast shadows. Cast shadows. Soft shadows at high quality. With a max distance that's nice and big. Okay. Maybe we drop it down again? You're saying it's too much? Nope, that's not it either. Yeah, it's because the shadows on the objects are fine. Like, this has a highlight that's got a nice shadow, and then it just doesn't cast shadows anymore. Okay, so it's not that. Meaning I can bump it back up again. I don't know if I'm excited by the fact that I actually got it to remove the shadows, except now I don't know how to bring it back. Oh, strength. Ah, there you are. When did that get set to 0, though? Okay, so now we go back to you. And I set it back to extremely high. I set it to cast shadows. I set it to mess with this. I set it to... And this was not a reset Unity thing because I've opened this project. Checked my main sun light source and enabled softness there, and it worked for me. Hopefully this helps. In the URP asset, soft shadows enable high quality on the sun shadows, shadow type soft shadows. It looks like it is doing soft shadows. They're just really ugly soft shadows. Shadow type soft shadows. But then when I did hard shadows, it didn't do anything. You just don't seem to care about anything that I do, except for the strength of the shadows. Yeah, unresolved. And modified the shadows and cascades. Okay, so how about Unity 6? Because I upped it to Unity 6 shadow bad. Shadow cascade settings impact us the most. Do they now? Because they don't seem to do anything. A few tweaks puts it back to what it was. A few tweaks doesn't do anything. Reduce your camera clip plane and the shadow quality will go up. The distance between near and far should be as small as possible. The clip plane, pretty heckin' small, if I remember correctly. Wherever I have that. Because I was messing with all sorts of the everything. Depth bias. Render scale. Yeah, and like I said, you're making the you feel like you should have the clip plane. Clipping planes near far, so we do that. Oh, that is making a difference. As in, it is moving it around. So, like 10? Yeah, okay, so then it's... So the far is way too far? Is that what you're saying? No. Ooh, slightly better. Wait, slightly better. It just means that the... Okay, I finally found something that makes it a little better. Okay, now if we just move the camera forward a bit, I guess. Is it because it's this orthographic camera here? Oh, wait, I did forward? Yeah, I was gonna say, it's clipping there and clipping there. That is just such a small range of... And then is it you? It's insane. I feel like it defaults to that. Okay, yeah, there. Okay, at least I finally found something that's smoothing out the shadows a little bit. Okay, they're jank as hell, but they get better. Oh, and I'm not actually moving the camera clipping plane up and down when I'm moving it like this. So I actually can have them pretty close. Okay, I finally found something that makes this look a little better. So can I get away with something as close as like a 5? Okay, so now, okay, yay! Progress, finally. I'm gonna slap you in here. I'm gonna slap you. Are not visible. What? You're here. Why are you here? Why are you like this? You're like way the heck. Oh, you're. Okay, let's just do like this then. Okay, you can be my lighting test then. Okay, and I need the top edge of the shadows. There we go, that's looking nice. It's looking cleaner. So now we do 2. Oh, you guys are outside of the clip plane anyway, but that... Oh, so that's telling me what it's looking like in the scene. Yeah, okay. So it was just the game. It's looking jank as hell. So where's the main camera deciding to start? At 10? Oh. So that is a little too much on the clip plane. Wow, look at those nice clean shadows. Look at the fact that the world is utterly gone now. We're gonna play some Miega Kure here. So 5 or so? Okay, I need to see both of these objects at once. So that might be just a positioning of the camera. feel like Unity defaults to having a pretty big clip plane, though. Maybe I should just mess with my ability to zoom. That's really what it should be. Okay, whatever. It's better. So, let's put you back to 10. Apparently, for some reason. Okay, then you and you and you. Okay, at least I'm fixing the shadow bug. I still need to fix the game over bug. Kind of fixing the shadow bug. I hate you. Why are you doing this? Why are you like this? Okay, I lied. Put you at 5 then. What? It was at 10. Oh, it doesn't matter that it was at 10 earlier. I'm making the clip plane a lot less. Alright, why are you deciding to be slightly off? Because I changed the size of the camera. That's why, you goof. So, is that better? That's better. It's... So now, can I mess with the shadow settings? I kind of did make the shadow settings pretty dang good, though. Okay, well, so now that somebody finally had this, you can also increase the shadow map size and adjust your cascade settings. I set the soft shadow to high in the directional light as well, but shadow distance. If distance is big, quality will be worse. Okay, it told me to bump up the distance, so now I can try bumping it back down again. I am looking for the... Again, you, and you said bump up the max distance. So let's bump down the distance. And then try this. Clip distance is the only thing that has ever mattered to the shadows. It seems. I got them closer. Do you have any other suggestions there, Reddit? Yeah, okay, they said the workspace as the final renderer. Which, yeah, that would make sense to me too, but then if I go play the game... That actually doesn't look that bad here. But I think it's jank as hell in the game too, right? Yeah, it's jank as hell in the game too. So that's just, that's how it exported too. Yeah, because it's the render settings. That would make sense to me that the render settings would be janking out. Well, now can I do that? So now is the stuff gonna be It still doesn't look like it's actually... Yeah, I don't feel like I need the shadow resolution. Okay, and I don't. Because none of these settings are affecting anything. It was just the clip plane. Seemed to be the only thing affecting any of this. Okay, but I do want the soft shadows to be high because hopefully the anti-aliasing will make it nice and blurry for the shadows. Even though I think hard shadows would look nice. But that doesn't seem to do anything either. It's really just the clip plane is the only thing I could get it to have any effect on anything. Oh, I have it on hard shadows. Controls the value for the near clip plane when rendering shadows. Currently claimed to 0.1 units or 1% of the light's range property, whichever is lower. It somehow didn't make the shadows any worse, but again, it doesn't... But then it looks like it does stuff in real time. Just none of the settings that I'm messing with are doing anything. It's obnoxious. Whatever. That's as good as I'm gonna get it for now. It's because I'm so close, and because I actually got it to change, that I want to keep screwing with it, and because I can just look at Reddit, but I got to the bottom of this Reddit, that's what it was. Okay, well, it's partially fixed. I guess I can't really mark it off as full fixed. But I can do this then. Okay, game over when no buttons to score. Which I thought I added. This is another one of those things that I thought I changed, I thought I fixed, I thought I did something with, and the answer is, I don't know, you might have. It just didn't take, or you just didn't save it, or something. Okay, game over. Buttons not count is equal to 0. I did. I fixed this, but then when I played it on the mobile version, it did the same thing to me again. Okay, yeah, I thought I fixed this. Yay, here I am fixing the same issues again, so... If there is no buttons... Okay, we're gonna do the smart thing and say the deck size is going to be 1, not 12. Yeah, okay, the deck size is easy to calculate because you just do half of the number of the things that are there. There, so it does. It works, it pops up, it does the thing. I don't understand why you were being a bastard. So it is working. But it wasn't working on the mobile version. I'm just gonna ignore it for now. And hope that it doesn't become an issue. It's not the best idea, but it is an idea. Okay, I'm gonna worry about the game over menu later. It's the tutorial stuff is what I wanted to work on, and it's been an hour and a half, and I haven't started on it. I keep thinking it's Friday. It is not Friday. It is Thursday, my dudes, and I'm gonna sit. Actually, wait. Did I put the roller coaster on top of everything, didn't I? I could just have the roller coaster go behind the screen, right? Then you guys can have whatever crazy roller coaster you want. It's like, wait a second. Herp to derp. Okay, desktop coaster. If I drag you... It doesn't really feel like it's on the desktop then, does it? But, I don't know, maybe. Desktop coaster. Aha, under the display screen. It's not nearly as fun. But then if we do this, then it's not all over the screen. That's the fun part, though. Is having it all over the screen. I think I'm gonna put it back. I think I like having it going over stuff. But this is something to remember that I could do. Okay, so now I was messing with the next step, which was oh, maybe I didn't put that down as a bug. But I fixed it, but now I put it down as a bug because I thought it was not working on my phone. Okay, the tutorial. What does it look like now? Oh, and it's not full screening, is it? Are you way the heck over there? Also, you should close the tutorial when you click on the tutorial button. Okay, so that's two things to do there. You should be toggling. Also, maximize. Maybe not. I don't really need it maximized. Yeah, okay, but now these buttons look real small. Okay, whatever. Because I think that would be like a screen space overlay thing. These are just gonna, I'm just gonna keep messing with these. You really what this is telling me? It's only 7:30, what the heck? The drawer. Oh. This old thing. Which I did kind of want to mess with the sandbox version. Score background is good. Game over is... It's going to take me all of 2 seconds to go into here. I say 2 seconds. It's going to take longer than 2 seconds, but it's really going to... Yeah, it's just 50. You just cut it in half. 50. And... 50. And same thing here. That's the tutorial button. I lied, same thing here. Oh, that was something that I did not realize. That there's a gnome hat in Peak. I'm like, how in the heck? I'm like, that is... Peak is just so, like, my style, my kind of thing. Like... Okay, wait. Now that really makes me want to play Peak. Because... Well, I gotta get the gnome hat. No, I'm just gonna be on this site for a second. And if I add... climb beyond the roots biome through the surface. So I have to beat the game while going through roots. I've not even beat the game. Well, part of it is just play the game. That's a good chunk of it. Okay, so game over menu, and then this tutorial, of which I really should just make it a real thing, not this fake thing. Why do you say you're in the middle of the screen? You sure don't seem like it. Huh? Why do you say you're in the middle of the screen? Because you would... Clearly not. You're center middle though. It's saying center middle, and so I thought it would be 0, 0 then. But why does that not appear to be the case? Oh, so then it should be 600. So it should... No. It's also not half of this either. No, 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 no. At least it sure sounds like it's saying, yeah, yeah, what the heck, and why are you doing it like this? The text is not offset either. And you're not offset. Huh? I don't understand why this is not appearing to be. It just seems wonkety to me. What in the fluffin' heck, you dumb? Okay, also, if I just do half size. Yeah, and I think if I make it colors and stuff, that might help too, but... Okay, and this is just a band-aid anyway. This is not supposed to be what I'm doing. Something like that. Why does that seem so weird? It does not seem like it's 0... It does not seem like it's centered at all, and yet it looks centered on the screen. Okay, but the tutorial button should... Well, I should start the tutorial again. It should do the whole set of tutorial things. This bug fixing has kind of distracted me from doing the whole tutorial thing here. Okay, so the canvas has this tutorial... No, not tutorial pop-up. Which has this main menu button. Play, which is... Dialogue manager set talking, so it's this dialogue manager stuff. Do I want to do all this right now? I need some kind of tutorial, but this does feel like a lot. I mean, it's gonna be a lot. Okay. Just copy the stuff over, you goof. You did it once already. You can just copy the stuff over. So it's dialogue manager. And then that'll pop up the tutorial button. No, that's the tutorial button. So like I had earlier. But then there's the dialogue, right? Yeah, the dialogue is the thing that I also need to pull over. Well, I guess not this entirely, but... Yeah, you just have text. Okay, I guess it's really just the dialogue manager. Is the thing that I will have to really figure out. Which is has a dialogue manager and a dialogue parser. How much of this did I already pull over? Because if I had this conversation before and I did this before, I very well could have pulled all this stuff over already. Scripts. dialogue manager and dialogue parser are not here, so I have not pulled anything over. So now we go to tag game for this game. Oh, that is builds. That's not this game. So plunk. And then looking at all the work that I put into the last one and the quality of the work that I put into the last one, really, this has nothing in it, right? This Vtuber Tiny Jam, I didn't actually do anything with that. Wait. Wait. Okay. Yes. Don't take forever to delete. I guess probably a billion Unity files. Okay, assets, scripts. And then the other one being Bomb Squad 2D. Assets, scripts, dialogue manager and dialogue parser. And then the prefab for the dialogue manager. I don't know if there's another dialogue thing. Why is there not a dialogue manager prefab? You very much seem like you should be a prefab that I can just pull over. Would be really nice. Kind of a UI thing, kind of not. Okay, so then now I can go into here and grab the dialogue once I reload it then, right? Also, what the heck am I listening to? Is this still Ivan Sly, I guess? Okay, this is just weird stuff from 4 years ago. Okay, that's what it is, though. This looks like it's gonna get weird, bro. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine by me. Now let's see where the thing went. For the dialogue manager prefab. Then we gotta plop you over here, then we're gonna see what it's gonna be, if it's gonna screw up me, if it's not gonna work right. And it's gonna be messed up like the light, where it doesn't do the right shadows. And that's hard to rhyme with. Okay, so scripts, the dialogue manager, dialogue parser, yes. Okay, so then we do a prefab for the dialogue manager. What do you mean? They're here. Oh, they're not here because it didn't compile them, because it didn't load them, because they didn't work, because they've got stuff that is very specific to... Yeah, okay, it's because I made this for an RPG, where you have multiple characters doing multiple different, it's possibly, or it's multiple characters saying multiple things, and then they all have their own, like, facial animation. Man, I made most of the frame of, like, an RPG thing, and then I just didn't make the actual game attached. So what does spawn do? What information do you pull? Okay, so now for my purposes here, well, probably game managers, what this should all have here. And then dialogue parser. Yeah, but that was the thing, is that load dialogue does not actually get used. How did it actually load the dialogue then? Oh, parse file. Oh, and then the file to actually parse, I need to actually make... do it as a text file. Or I could... text? Yes. There we go. So we do text. Like the tutorial or whatnot. Not text as an object, a folder for text. So I guess it could kind of be dialogue, but it could also just be like text and stuff too. So now, I'm doing tutorial stuff and digging into the like text here is like, I've gone for like the most boring things possible here, haven't I? So not a script, you don't do like just a... How did I do a text file? It's just something I dragged in from somewhere else, right? Okay, you know, maybe we just copy this over to, and just say here, you can have a text file that's called this. Text. You're gonna make me go into here and copy paste them. Okay, now we can do this. I've got a big fancy screen here. It's not Friday, which is probably a good thing, because that means I have more time. But also, boy, does it feel like Friday to me. Who has done this to make it feel... Nah, it's because I had a longer couple of days at work. Capped off with a party day, where we had a party at work. It really just signals to me that the week is over, even if that is not in fact the case. Okay, just call it tutorial text. I don't actually need it to be. And rename. It's because they have this list of things, and I parse that, and I don't parse this header that has all this other stuff. Oh, Raymond, I just needed to. There we go. And then we just get rid of the meta file. And then when I load it in Unity, or rather Unity will reload the meta file. There we go. With the right name. Yes, okay, now I can go into the text here, of which it's actually this. So this I kind of figured out already. The tutorial button has this text that is kind of my thing here. So now, I have this awkward system here. Why does it look like there's a giant space here? There isn't, but it sure looks like it. Weird. Okay, the character talking is tutorial, and it's saying in a neutral tone. Well, what's the numbers on the end? I don't recall what I was doing there. It's not wait for seconds or something, is it? Yeah, I had the wait for completion steps. We're double checking to see if... Oh, are these the steps? Have you completed this step? Is that what that is? It's been so long. Right? It hasn't... It's been... Has it only been a year since I messed with this? I'm like, wait a second. I say it's been so long, but actually, I don't know that it has. Okay, but then the dialogue parser, when you parser the dialogue, menu is the last line there. So what does the menu do? Get menu, parse it, and return. Okay, so who is using menu? If it's not equal to that. Okay, and then it's saying get the menu. Other menus. What was this then? This is the list of the extra gifts I was using, right? That's probably what that is. I don't have that here. I don't know that I need that here. We gotta rip that off of here? No, I don't think so. Yes, okay, I think that's exactly what that was. Okay, so now the tutorial text, which I should be able to copy paste the other thing here. Okay. So this instead is going to be, welcome to Blanc. The goal of the game. I don't know, maybe we do stick with what I got here. And there probably is a way to make the tutorial text a little fancier, but this is fine. And to score, roll a marble over a pattern of buttons. Yeah, that's really all I need, is to just slowly drip feed this text. I don't necessarily need to be doing a ton of stuff here. Okay, how many lines of text was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Except I don't need that one. It's a 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's an extra one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like I said, I know how to make things riveting. We're doing counting. 1, 2, Once I start, it's very hard to stop. I love it. The count censored is... That's a hilarious video. It's so insane how it lines. The spiders on the wall. The cobwebs in the hall. Something? The candles on the shelf. The candles on the shelf. When I'm alone, myself. Now, do I think that was intentional on their part? I don't think so, but the way that it works out a little too well, like it feels like it could be. Okay, yeah, this is the longest line by far, and that's... Okay, wait, rolling over... Okay, this is a long line that feels like it should be broken up into another line here. So rolling over a consecutive sequence of buttons scores points. Well, no, that's kind of what I said here. Roll a marble over a pattern of buttons to score. So in this case, it's just rolling over a consecutive pair. I don't know. I might leave it. And then it's just that. Okay. Yeah, now it's 8 o'clock. I really should call it quits, despite the fact that this is a half-done tutorial. I don't need the 0, because that's going to wait if it finds that. I don't need it to wait. I just need it to pop up with a series of pop-ups. That is not just a single button with too much text. Oh, I made the dialogue button already, didn't I? It's in the wrong spot. What the heck are we listening to here? Why is the center way the heck over here? It's like when I hit play and I do the tutorial. Bugger off. There's no issues. There's no problems. I don't know what you're complaining about. Yeah, that doesn't exist as a thing. Which then means, oh, now the rest of these things don't exist as a thing. Oh, bugger off. And then I gotta... Okay, it's still not too bad. It's to get rid of all of this. Okay. I think I will kind of need that, though, unfortunately. Okay, good. And this is just parse the text. But now, when I hit the button to show a tutorial, it shows oh, I did put the stream avatars on top of the roller coaster now, didn't I? Okay, we're gonna put you back up where you were. Oh, or I can just put the stream avatars there. There we go. I want the coaster on top of the avatars. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, but when I do the tutorial, it does pop it up in the middle. So, okay, yeah, and you should be toggling. I don't know if there was an easy way to do that without programming it. If I could just drag it into the thing. Okay, well, so then I need to get you tutorial dialogue into the middle of the screen. So 4 hundo and 2 hundo, right? That looks slightly off. The show tutorial button was it? Not you. The tutorial button was at 420, 225. And that seemed to be pretty good. Vertically, it doesn't matter as much. Horizontally, I want it to line up with this. It's looking like it might be a little off. I don't know why it's looking funky. Okay, so now I have a dialogue manager, which does have a dialogue parser, but it does not have a dialogue box, except now it does. And then the text box, I would assume, is the text on the thing there. Other menus is none, because I'm not using that right now. I don't think I really need it, but we'll keep it. And then it is talking. The text file is now the text file that I just made. So this is actually going quicker than I would have thought. Hopefully, we shall see. I'm gonna push through the ad because, oh, I haven't drunk any water today at all. I drank way too much soda instead. dialogue manager, you should actually exist. Which then should set the dialogue to talking and should actually... maybe? Thank you for the stretch. What am I trying to do here? It's not related. That is related. Ah, okay. It's using the old input stuff. I do need to update that then. Man, I gotta clean up for my family being here. Then it's like, no, you got the game to show off this weekend. I don't actually know how many people are gonna show up. I don't know how worth it it's gonna be, but I kind of regret skipping the last one. So now I'm jumping into one that I'm like even less sure about. But I don't know. If it's just to set up a table outside, and then there will be random people that walk by, that will still be invaluable information for me as to whether the game catches the eye, as to whether people understand the game at all. Okay, so this is the mouse button info. Oh, but then I also have the but then I also have the but then I also have the touchscreen. Input? No. Mouse? Okay, so if there is a mouse, wub 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 wub. And if that mouse is no. If it was pressed this frame, and it was pressed this frame. Yeah, okay, if it's get button down submit, which is for the controller, or if the left button was pressed this frame. Okay, current. I said mouse to current right there, see? Clearly. Okay, and now, and action complete. Oh, so that is just the mouse. That is not the controller or the touchscreen. Oh, I lied. U. So that's the mouse input. Then we will do the touchscreen input. Yeah, I don't. Oh, no, okay, I don't care if that's wrong. I want that for my own ability to keep track of things. The touch screen input current and primary touch something or other. Touch screen current and then the primary touch was pressed this frame. Same. There we go. I did the same thing. I did the exact same thing. Current. Primary touch. There we go. Okay, so that and that. Let's put the and at the end here. I lied. That's what I needed. What is this? If the Yeah, okay, there we go. If either the mouse current is null and... So either the mouse was pressed this frame or the touchscreen was pressed this frame and the action is complete, then you can advance the dialogue. Otherwise... There we go. Okay, so now... Will it actually pop up some kind of dialogue? Is the question. Because ideally, it should parse the text document to spit out a series of things. Damn it. Oh, hey, there it is. It didn't take any of the apostrophes? Did I get rid of them from the parsing? Whoops. That shouldn't matter, right? I guess then when I do tutorial, it's the tutorial button. Can I instead get it to do the... Dialogue manager. Actually, what can I do? So dialogue manager. Instead of set active false, do dialogue manager. Set talking. Set talking to yes. You is talking. And then the show tutorial button. Also, I think, set the dialogue to yes. Here I am complaining about Objective-C, right? Is that the one that Apple does? That does bool is yes and no. No, not wait, instead of true and false, it's it is yes and no, right? And then here I am saying, I'm using that exact thing. No, but I'm doing that in jest and not in right? Because I came across that and I was like, no, don't like that. I thought it was yes and no's. Yes, okay. The yes and no values are defined by that. Which just... Objective-C, yes and no versus true, false. That just seems crazy to me. Yes and no, just... Weird. Weird and walkety as hell. Okay. Set active to yes. Okay, now the question is... I'm doing too many things at once, but we're going to test too many variables at once because it's too much fun to think that I can do everything and then it'll work right the first time. So I do tutorial. Ooh. Hell yeah. Okay, I could probably have it take up the entire screen in terms of having like the shadow on that says, okay, that is what you're doing. Okay, the fall off on the shadow there is actually showing up a little bit, but that's fine. That's fine, as long as it's not as jank. It's still not real happy. but it's still not as jank. Okay, but now if I do a tutorial, I can... what? Okay, so it did not reset, but I have it working once. So tutorial. No, it's kind of working once. Because then it's resetting the text to this. So why are you having issues? Dialogue manager. Set talking to true. So the advanced dialogue. That's okay, that's advanced dialogue. So if talking, set the dialogue box to active to true. So I lied, the button doesn't need it. The button does not need it. You're gonna do it anyway. Okay. Then it sets the dialogue num to 0. Parse the file and process the dialogue. Okay, to me it's saying that it's just repeatedly doing that, but it shouldn't. You shouldn't be repeatedly hitting that, so you do tutorial. Okay. Yeah, and this is another one of those things of like, I think for demo purposes, having a tutorial button that somebody could hit at any time, I think is good. Okay. Then I say I want to do the tutorial again, because that would be an important thing for at a live demo, that somebody would want to just repeat the demo. So why are you not doing that, though, is the crazy thing. Because it's just setting talking to true. But this should be resetting the dialogue line num to 0. Parsing the file again, and then processing the dialogue. Does it need to parse the file again? So. Go to sleep now. Good luck on dev. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's slightly past your bedtime anyway. Yeah, and then I always get sad, because then I'm like, ooh, maybe some kind of raid, and then it's like, nah. Everybody went beddy by time. Oh, I gotta go to work tomorrow. It's not Friday. Holy hell. It's not happening. I've gotta think that it's Friday. Okay, I just want to fix this one bug. Famous last words. Put that on a tombstone. I just want to fix this last bug. You're just not but it's setting it to 0 is what I'm so confused about. But that it's not doing it again. It's clearly showing the line of dialogue. It's showing the... It's doing it once, and then it starts repeating it. That's the issue. Because I'm like, okay, if it hit the end, that would make sense to me. But the fact that it's hitting the end... And then I hit it again, and it's not continuing again. Continues to... Okay, wait, what? So when it starts, dialogue manager is active. I click... Yeah. awkward AF, but that it does work. Yeah, okay, so it resets the tutorial, that's fine. Ah, you're disabling the dialogue manager. Why would you do such a thing? So in here, when it hits the last line of dialogue, does it set talking to false, and then set talking to false sets the object, the dialogue manager, to false? Why have you done this? So I did fix the bug? So I do have a tutorial? That's working just a little better? Okay, and. Well, I'm not in play mode. See? I'm not in play mode. and. Maybe we gotta get the jolts, dude. And. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so now you can just reset. Yeah, a little awkward there because you can, if you do that, a little awkward. But otherwise. Oh, I need to do. Okay, I got. Wait. Put it on the thing here. We're gonna continue to have that in progress here. Did I say anything about... Yeah, buttons? Or the tutorial buttons? No, I didn't. But the thing I wanted to add for in progress was the thing I already forgot in the moment that it took me to get over here. And that thing was... the thing I forgot. And if I think real hard, I can remember what it was. I like to think. I was gonna add a sandbox mode. Maybe. I was hoping to add a sandbox mode. Because I have that drawer of things that I need to fix up, but I could fix up. And then it wasn't tutorial related, was it? Okay, you click through the tutorial and you have an ability to start the tutorial again. And I fixed that other bug. I did want to do like all the builds that I can, of which... Oh, and I'm like, I don't have to commute tomorrow. And I have less hours to work tomorrow. Okay. We'll do it. Oh, it's 10 minutes though. It's a full 10 to 15 minutes for an Android build. And I kind of want to do another web build. Okay. So if I do builds, as in do all the builds, that's at least half an hour. Because it's going to take a couple minutes. Okay, no, it's going to take a minute to switch between each of these. So that's 2 minutes. It's going to take, I think, 5 minutes for web and Windows, and then 10 minutes for Android. So it's actually only 5, 10, 20. But then plus a couple minutes for transitioning. So yeah, basically half an hour. If I want to do builds of everything, it is half an hour. Yep, okay. So it is a minute to switch between builds, because then it also needs to do another set of loading. Yeah, because I also have not updated my social medias in quite a while. Because I needed to also put on... Patreon. Yeah, it's the thing. It's like it's slightly past my mid-month update. That's fine, whatever. Yeah, but mid-month update was... Not that I do a mid-month update every month, but... It's just because of the fact that I can mention that I'm going to an event now that it is fully confirmed. So... And this is... Okay, these shadows, we're gonna give that another try, another day. I at least managed to find something that made the shadows just slightly better. Well, okay, more than slightly better, but... And this would be great if I had video of my game. Okay, because that was the other thing I wanted to do, was look at... Okay, so you're still... You're not doing the web build. You're transitioning between the two. Oh, it's more than half an hour to do builds of everything. That's gross. Don't like that at all. Oh, I did it! I remembered what the thing was. So let's add social links to the game. Kind of a marketing, kind of a thing to program and add to the game. Yeah, because like this one, if I go to the main menu for this, I have a link tree button and I have a... I don't have a link tree button. What's the other button? Is it like a wishlist button or something? Yeah, I very much need to do this kind of thing to polish this a little more. What is this song? I am like grooving here. Just a random... Okay, so what was the last game I added it to then? Was it... Was it this one? Was it this one? Yes, it did have a link tree link. There was another one that I had a link tree and I had another link. I don't remember what that other link was. I guess it wouldn't really need to be the link to the game. Yeah, and this one did not have a link to the... Boy, this was too much for me to do in 2 days. I did not realize how many flippin' things would require math that I was not prepared for. Okay, one of these I had... I was just saying it wasn't this. Whatever. Okay, so... Yeah, because the last thing I showed... I did show the new camera. Oh, it still has the ×2 and stuff. I feel like it's been a while, yeah. Oh, it's been 2 weeks. It's not like a huge amount of time. Okay. Oh, and then I lost part of a week this last week, so that's kind of why that's... Okay, so not a build and run just yet, because I should be able to just do a very quick button for the link tree, because I don't want to forget that. prefabs. UI. I actually did mute at that time. You are the link tree button. And then you are going to be in the bottom, right? So you. So that's what I was expecting. And that's what I expected to do when it centers it, and that's not what it's doing. It's very weird to me. Just very weird to me. 125? Or maybe 120. And then link tree. Yeah, and I probably am gonna get the feedback that like there's a lot of polish you could do to make this game so much juicier, and I'm like, I know. This is gonna be a long project that I'm gonna spend a long time on, and I'm only barely beginning this process here, so. Yeah, because that has been the feedback a few times of like, there's a lot of things there's a lot of ideas you could add to this, and I'm like, yep, I've got a lot written down. I mean, it'll be nice that people, like, you know, hopefully people are excited enough to tell me like, oh yeah, there's a lot you could do with this, but also repeatedly getting the feedback of like, there's a lot you could do with this is gonna be kind of long. That's probably going to take up too much space, and that's not supposed to be, well, I don't know. Oh, it doesn't pop up with a QR code, does it? It's like, because you're going to be looking at the link tree anyway. I'll have the business cards there. The link tree really only matters for a demo for... Yeah, so this does not have a QR code that links to itself, because why would you do that? But this is just supposed to be on the main menu. But I'm not doing that right now. The Linktree green is... Oh, I'm like, I don't want to pick it off the web page. At what? Okay. Linktree. Okay, good. There's one little spot of the Linktree green that I can grab here to use for this. It doesn't entirely work. Oh, and then did I do a different color, or did I do a different... Oh no. Oh no 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 no. No 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 no. No 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 no. I clicked the wrong. No, I did. I clicked the right one. I was thinking this was the prefab for some reason. Okay, so no, that was the right thing. And then I was looking for the shadow was the thing. And I did just do a darker color of that. So that is not gonna work. Okay. Actually, just changing the shadow color did make that. Didn't work. Okay. The button is not tied to anything. I guess it would be the game manager. That feels a little ugly, but that's... This is a temporary demo, I say, until it becomes a real, actual... until it becomes less and less temporary. I didn't have a main menu? I don't have a main menu, do I? No, wait, game over. Who are you attached to? Like when I do the restart button, you were doing game manager restart. No, that makes sense. And then who is causing game over menu to show up? It's probably you. Game over menu, yes. Okay, so it is the game manager. Hitting the game manager. Let's just try to keep those next to each other. I was doing a build and then I got distracted by this because the build's also going to take a while. Okay, so then somewhere it's public. Whatever. It does need to be public. Public. Void. Link tree. It's if I can manage to get a main menu, because I kind of do want a main menu to transition between this and that. So these you can get with this, or you can get with that, or you can get with this, or you can get with that. Open URL. I don't remember what it's called. Unity. Open URL. This. What's the application? Dang it. Application dot open URL. There we go. And then we just dump in the string for the URL, which is my link tree. My link.tree or linkter.e. There we go. That's okay. There's my linkter.e, and then we go to the game. Oh no, this is good for if I hit up a random streamer and say, hey, try my janky thing here. They can also just click the link tree as well. Why have you done this? Because I switched it to web build? Oh my goodness, what in the fluffin' heck? Why did you reload? Well, now the shadows look pretty heckin' quality. Now you decide? Oh, I'm actually gonna load it and make heckin' quality shadows? Okay, I wanted to test that the link tree is working, and that would require me to set up a button so that when I click it, it takes in whatever the thing is and goes and does the thing that I want it to do, which is link tree. Okay, there. Yeah, I desperately need to get an animation. Not desperately. I do need to get an animation for the... Okay, cool. So now, like I said, if I send this to somebody who is streaming to say, hey, I'm working on a game, it looks like this. Why did you suddenly decide? Oh, now the shadows look better. Oh, damn it. Okay, now we do just this. I'm just gonna do this one here, not do a whole bunch of... As much as I want to put this on my phone, I don't need to right now. The web build, yes. Okay, I'm gonna do a new web build, which is the 18th of December. Oh no, I'm old. Time is passing. Make it stop. Actually, no, I lied. Then the universe would be dead. Just make me live really long. Okay, no. Let's see, make life really long? But then that would be a lot of pain and everything too, right? We're trying to avoid the monkey's paw curling here. Not really happening. And now I'm like, I could go play Replicat for like 15 minutes or something. That link tree button's probably gonna be huge. That's fine. Okay, the scoring is also still broken. So let's also make a note of that. Okay, added social links to the game. Then because the thing that I was kind of running was the scoring continues Well, it successfully scores wrong buttons. And that is a bug that I'm may or may not be currently working on. We're gonna just say that's good. Well, I don't know. We'll put it on hold. There we go. It's kind of fixed. It's kind of not. Oh, I was gonna put some on social media too. It's 8:30. I guess I kind of have a chance. I'm not commuting tomorrow, so I might actually. But that doesn't affect my ability to go to bed, though. I need to go to bed at 9 here. Why? The loading bar is the best opportunity. It's the worst thing ever. Oh man, the Tucker Carlson doing the like. We all know that segregation is the worst thing to happen. It's not a very flattering photo of Elon Musk there, is it? Based on the top engagements. Goodness me. Yeah, okay, but this does get me back to a little more of the, like, here's just game development stuff. That's what I wanted out of the, like, Twitter, TikTok kind of thing. Yeah, and then it's still giving me a fair amount of the, political tweets, basically. That is pretty fun. It is pretty nice to see the dev of the game that is similar says, hey, keep going. Which is also what I would say too, is like, even if you told this two people to make the same game, you're gonna get two different games. And I think, and again, it's the two cakes thing. Yes, yeah, then they do these, like, nested sets of things that get a little confusing to, like, okay, this is somebody talking about this thing, to then this response. Okay, this is the least interesting thing I could be doing. Scrolling Twitter. Well, okay, there we go. If I wanted to be a Northern Lion, I could scroll through... No, he scrolls through Twitter and then talks about it on stream, but he doesn't actively scroll through Twitter on stream. Poddy. I was gonna say, I was like, PewDiePie? Just spelled horribly wrong? No. Not that that would be. I haven't watched anything PewDiePie related in a long heckin' time. Not that it. Well, okay, I guess I watched his like drawing every day for a while video. Okay, so no, this takes 10 minutes. So it's only a Windows build that's quick, and I think that's 5 minutes still. Okay, so if I'm doing builds, that is, if I wanted to do all of them, it's at least half an hour. Okay, do I want to try doing social media? Or do I just want to do web build and call that the thing? Why just do web build and call it a thing? I don't know. I do want to post on... No. I want to post on social media because of the fact that there's the event coming up. I want to have some kind of posts. Although really the post should be, hey, I'm doing an event. Come to the event. It takes a bit to make a video. Maybe I do it tomorrow. It's just because this web build is taking a while. You goofy thing. Oh, I said it's scoring palindromes and that I didn't even put a palindrome in here, but that's okay. Whatever. And now this is why I turn on the stream, because if I'm left to my own devices, I will go to YouTube and watch. Okay, who is this? Because they had a teaser video that was very well produced. Yeah, 1 million views. Like, this has to be somebody, right? Oh, wait, I'm following this person on Twitch already. And I think I'm following this person on Twitch already. So then, well, clearly, I just need to do the rest of these. 300k subscribers versus this. Okay, who is this? Is this like Mume or something?
Stupid camera. Oh my gosh, it's not. Why won't it focus? I'm clicking the autofocus, but I don't understand. Oh my god, I'm so free. Hi, thanks for clicking on my video. Since this is my first video, I might as well do like a introductory, get to know me kind of thing. I figured the easiest way for me to do that is by a bulletin board. So that's what we're gonna do. We can start with an easy one. My name is Kairyu Crocodile. For the record, I'm sorry that's already a lie. I just saw that other VTubers had like these cool first name, last name kind of thing going on, and I wanted that too. So I went onto Google and I typed in cool names, and I found Kairyu, and I liked it.
Okay, so to who is this actually? Because I don't actually recognize the voice. And then we're all making jokes. I don't actually know who this is. Clearly this is... Dug's already done. Dug has become a chair even. Why is the joke of this is some male streamer? Oh, we gotta like a Justin Y comment. Okay, clearly this is somebody that has already been a part of the whole thing. But I don't actually know who this was originally. At least I don't recognize the name. But more green VTubers I will be excited about. Did the web build actually? Yeah, okay. I finally got distracted enough for it to let me do the web build. But no, I'm not recognizing
Because Google
the
said
voice.
that if you use the right kanji, then it can mean sea dragon. No idea if that's real or not. It could be lying to me. So I added
I guess I could look up the okay, compressed to a zip file. There we go. Let's focus for just a moment so that I can put you over here. And you. Yeah, and then I killed the music even, so now it is maximum boring. Good thing I'm so magnetically interesting. Oops, wait. Which way is the magnet pointed? This is played in the browser. Okay, there. We refresh it and see if this is going to work for me to be the thing. Yeah, and then am I going to have a chance to update this logo before the event? No, not at all. Do I really need to? Maybe not. Yeah, okay, on my massive screen. Those are tiny buttons, but... But then again, they were looking nice and big here. Okay, so then the issue being the... Because this should be 104, which it'll do that just fine. And this should be like 8 plus, yeah, 58. But then the issue is, like, if I score something wrong and then something right. So that's 50, 100, plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So no. Okay, the shadows are at least improving when you zoom. But they are looking a little jank. Okay, 108 is what I said, plus this. So that's 170. Oh, then it didn't score the colors correctly. Wait. So... Is the string comparison for the colors not getting updated correctly? Wait a second. Don't solve the bug now. It is 9 o'clock. Go to bed. I just want to look at it real quick. 5-minute coding adventure in and out. Okay, that's our add sequence. Add that, and then the... Yeah, okay, the sequence detector. Yeah, but that's what I was saying, was last strings and last numbers was not getting reset. But that's not actually what it is now. It looks like it's just comparing... It's a new sequence of the... So last strings dot add, so last numbers dot add number, and word, word. Last number equals number. Last string equals word. Word equals last string. Last number equals number. Wait a second. I think I see the issue. Last number equals number is right before word equals no. The difference here. Aha, okay. Yeah, so if it's null, then last number equals number, and then here it also does it again. Oh, because here there's a comparison. Yeah, so this needs a last number to compare with. So if the last string is null, last string equals word, and then word. This feels like it's not necessary because last number equals number no matter what. But if last string had something in it and it wasn't getting updated, then that could very much... Okay, do I... do I say I fixed it and then not test it and then go to bed? No. Okay, but based on that web build, it was I scored wrong and then I scored correctly, and that did not give me too many points, but I scored correctly and then I scored wrong and it gave me too many points. So that's making me think that... So if I score right and then I score wrong... So this should give me 50 plus 9, 10, 16. So 66. If it's scoring correctly. But if it's scoring wrong, then it should score 50, and then another 50, and another 50. So if it's scoring wrong, it's 166. Otherwise, it's like 66. So it's scoring wrong. Okay. Okay. Well, it seems like it's not clearing correctly. But I did not fix it. That did not fix it. Am I going to leave it? Yes, I think I am, because that matches up a little better with the other thing. So, okay. I need to go to bed. Now, am I going... I'm not posting anything on social media, so all of this can go away. I lied, I'm not doing that right now. And I do need to look at that message. Probably before I go to bed here. Yeah, okay, and that's just... I just never looked at that. But who is this? I don't know who this is. But yes, more Green Vtuber. Also, what about... There's Nita whoever, too. Who is also crocodile, or was alligator? I go to bed. I go to bed now. Right? Yes, I have scared off all of the people. Okay, yeah, I definitely should keep this up. But I got some good bug fixing done. Even if nobody was around to watch it. And I at least have an updated web build now, too. That I can play with. Okay, but I will be back tomorrow for a ton of stream. I will be back heckin' early. Because I will not have to commute, and I have less hours to work, so... Oh. But I was going to hang out with my sister a little bit, so... At any rate, I should be starting a couple hours early. So, goodbye, good night, thanks for stopping by, good luck, have fun sleeping. Good night, bye.